Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract abundance, peace, purpose, even financial blessings, while others, no matter how hard they try, keep struggling? We often think it's luck, hard work, maybe even just how life is. But what if I told you God actually has a hidden law of wealth, one that isn't about money, but about mindset, stewardship, and heart posture? A law that, when understood, changes not just your finances, but your entire life. Because here's the truth, God never designed wealth to control you. He designed it to flow through you. But until you understand how His kingdom works, you'll always live beneath what you were created for. So let's talk about God's hidden law of wealth and how to unlock it before it's too late. First, wealth begins in the heart, not the hands. You can chase money all your life and never feel rich. Because real wealth doesn't start in a bank account, it starts in the soul. When your heart is ruled by fear, greed, or comparison, even abundance feels empty. That's why God said in Deuteronomy 8:18, "Remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the power to get wealth." Notice that power to get wealth. Not just money, but the wisdom, peace, and discipline that attracts it. The hidden law: wealth follows alignment, not anxiety. When your priorities line up with God is when you seek Him first, resources begin to follow purpose. Because God never funds selfishness, He funds stewardship. Second, you can't receive what your hands are too full to hold. Sometimes, the reason you're not walking in overflow is because you're gripping what God's trying to replace. Maybe it's an old job, an unhealthy habit, or a fear of not having enough. You pray for increase, but you never make room for it. God's law of wealth says this: give, and it will be given to you. That's not a transaction, it's transformation. Because generosity breaks the spirit of lack. Every time you release something, your time, your resources, your talents, you're proving that money doesn't own you. When you give from faith instead of fear, heaven trusts you with more. Because you've shown that you're not a reservoir, you're a river. Third, wealth comes to those who manage what they already have. We pray for more, but often ignore the little we've already been given. Jesus said, "Whoever is faithful with little will be faithful with much." That's not a suggestion, that's a divine principle. If you can't handle $100, you won't handle $10,000. If you can't honor your current job, why would God give you a bigger platform? Wealth doesn't change your habits, it exposes them. So if you want to attract God's abundance, start by mastering stewardship. Budget what you have. Tithe faithfully. Work with excellence. Because God promotes consistency before capacity. Fourth, the purpose of wealth is impact, not comfort. This is where most people miss it. God blesses you, not just so you can live better, but so you can give better. When your focus shifts from accumulation to assignment, your resources multiply. Think about Abraham. God made him rich not just to enjoy it, but to be a blessing to nations. The hidden law here: the more you give God's way, the more you can handle God's blessing. So ask yourself, if God gave me more right now, what would I do with it? If your answer only serves you, that's not kingdom wealth, that's worldly wealth. And worldly wealth fades fast. But when you use your increase to serve, to heal, to lift others, you step into abundance that never runs out. Fifth, true wealth is peace in God's provision. The world defines wealth by numbers. God defines it by contentment. You can have everything and still feel empty, or have little and walk in overflow. Because wealth isn't the absence of need, it's the presence of trust. When you wake up knowing God is your source, not your paycheck, not your boss, not the economy, you walk with a confidence no crisis can take away. And that's the wealth the world can't understand. The hidden law of wealth is simple but powerful. Seek God first. Steward what you have. Give freely. Manage wisely. And trust completely. Do those things and wealth, true, lasting, peaceful wealth, will begin to find you. Because God doesn't hide His blessings to keep them from you. He hides them for you, waiting for your heart to be ready. If this message opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to hear this truth today. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to FaithFrame Narratives for more spiritual insights, timeless truths, and biblical wisdom that help you see life through God's lens. Because sometimes the greatest treasure isn't found in gold, it's found in grace.